Students, in last class we discussed what is Gibbs free energy. So delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. So we will see what are the multiple choice questions may come in your examination. Okay, first one, that is at equilibrium, which of the following is true? So delta is equal to delta G naught, or delta G is equal to 0, delta G naught is equal to 0, delta H is equal to 0. So already discussed in last class, that is for equilibrium or reversible reactions, delta G is equal to 0. So in this question, for which condition will a reaction be spontaneous only at high temperature? So spontaneous reaction takes place, its own accord. So delta is less than 0, delta S is less than 0. So here delta is greater than 0, delta S greater than 0. So this condition is for spontaneous reactions. So delta S is always positive. At high temperature, delta H has higher energy than 0. So in third question, for a reaction, delta H is equal to positive and delta S is equal to negative. This reaction is always spontaneous or never spontaneous, or spontaneous at high temperature, spontaneous at low temperature. So never spontaneous is the correct answer. That is delta S is equal to is negative, that is non-spontaneous reaction. In this question, Gibbs free energy equation is delta G is equal to delta H plus T delta S, delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S, delta G is equal to T delta H plus T delta S. Option D is delta G is equal to delta H divided by delta Ts. So the correct answer is, already we discussed, delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. In this question, which condition is always spontaneous? Okay, here delta H is negative, positive, delta S is equal to positive, delta H negative, delta S positive, and delta H positive, delta H is negative, delta H minus, and delta S also minus. So the spontaneous delta S is equal to always positive, delta H is equal to always negative for spontaneous reactions. So coming to this question, a reaction is spontaneous when delta is greater than 0, delta G is equal to 0, delta G is less than 0. This is the right answer for this question. And next question, delta G depends on only temperature, only entropy, only enthalpy, but the delta G depends on these three conditions, that is delta H, delta S, and temperature. So Gibbs free energy equation is equal to H is the enthalpy, temperature, and entropy. So delta G depends on these three conditions. In this question, which is correct? Delta G tells rate of reaction, delta G tells feasibility of reaction, delta G depends on pressure, delta G always decreases. So the right answer is delta G tells us the feasibility of the reaction. In this question, delta G is greater than 0. What is the meaning? So is it spontaneous or non-spontaneous, fast reaction or slow reaction? So the answer is non-spontaneous reaction. Delta is less than 0, that is spontaneous. Delta G is greater than 0, that is non-spontaneous reaction condition. So coming to this question, which does not change delta G? Okay, temperature and pressure concentration influences on delta G, but catalyst does not change. Okay, catalyst does not change. Answer is catalyst. So thank you. Please subscribe my YouTube channel for more videos.